Thanks for joining us at 6. More rain and snow falling tonight in Northern California. Giving you a live look here at conditions. Our string of wet weather goes on.
As the rain is coming, crews are continuing to clean up from the previous storms. We want to start tonight with a look at the current conditions and our chief meteorologist, Mark Finan.
Yes, we have had some rain move across the area, but you really wouldn't call today stormy in our area. Certainly, it has been a gentle rain, not much in the way of a wind, and warmer than it was during the day yesterday. You can see this area of light rain moving across, but most areas have had a couple of tenths of an inch of rain or less, so not the kind of rain that'll cause us any issues. Right now, the steadiest rain is pushing into the foothills. We did have some nice rain about an hour ago in Stockton, but now that has moved to the east up Highway 4, still along Highway 49 from Sonora through Angels Camp and through San Andreas. We're getting some nice rain, and especially farther up the hill. Arnold on Highway 4, rain now. Yesterday, we're getting snow. A little bit farther to the north, Ione, Plymouth, and Sutter Creek all getting some rain. Still some lingering showers in Elk Grove, but we're almost done. In El Dorado County, Placerville and El Dorado Hills getting some rain. Also rain here just south of Highway 20. And going east into the Sierra, well, we are getting snow now. This snow level much higher than last night. Yesterday, we're getting snow down to and below 4,000 feet. Now that snow level's up around 6,500 feet. I'll tell you when we'll get back into rain and snow in just a couple of minutes.
Mark, thank you. And let's give you a live look at the conditions in the Sierra tonight. This is a Caltrans camera along I-80 right at Kingvale. The good news tonight is the traffic is moving. These are very different conditions from what we showed you this time last night, and you can see the snowblower there at work. It's nice to see those crews keeping everything moving along, and thanks to a lot of people working around the clock.
Yeah, that thing could push a lot of snow there. Look at that. Impressive.
So many people decided to take advantage of the lighter snowfall today and travel while the interstate was fairly clear.
Yeah, KCRA3's Lizzie Mitri spoke to some of those drivers, and she has a look at the conditions.
Right.
Slow and steady. That was the goal. At least for most drivers traveling through the Sierra on Interstate 80. Like Idris Safi heading home to Vacaville.
I mean, it's snowing pretty bad. But so far it hasn't really affected our trip. It's been fun.
His buddy Alina certainly seemed to agree.
She loves the snow.
There was plenty to play in. Piling up over time after a series of storms that stuck out even to those who live in the area.
This is the consistency of it has been different than what I've experienced in the past.
Mounds of snow lined roadways and nearly buried traffic signs.
At least one driver is going to have to do a little bit of digging before they can get back on the road. Check out all the snow that piled up over here on top of this car.
But the snow was cleared where it counts, allowing traffic to move along, aside from some slowdowns approaching chain control areas. Nothing surprising for Rachel Devlin.
This is as expected, as advertised. Yeah, we made sure that it's like look at the Caltrans and all that kind of stuff before we came.
And after getting her chains on, she was ready to enjoy the view along the way.
Beautiful.
Lizzie Mitri, KCRA 3 News.
Chain controls were in effect for much of the day, and then at about 4, Caltrans announced they had dropped those requirements in both directions on I-80.
So here's a look at what conditions are like over on Echo Summit, Highway 50 there. We did spot a car that had spun out around 5 o'clock this afternoon. That led to one lane having to close down. Incidents like this are the reasons that CHP is urging people to slow down while they're driving out in snowy conditions. An Elk Grove man was killed in a crash in Mendocino County trying to restore power after the weekend storm. Edgar Castillo was working with Mountain Enterprises, a contractor for PG&E. On Saturday, their bucket truck lost control and rolled off of the highway. The crew was traveling towards Point Arena to perform some vegetation management work out there in support of PG&E's electric restoration.
A chicken farm in Acampo is facing roughly $50,000 in damage and losses from the storms that have hammered our region since the New Year's weekend. As KCRA 3's Brittany Hope shows us, farmers there say it could take months to repair all the damage.
You fix one thing and then the next morning you have another thing.
Tomorrow, full of babies. Baby chickens.
It's been devastating, to say the least.
From flooding to wind blowing off roofs, Karen Turner's Acampo chicken farm hasn't been able to come up for air since the New Year's Eve storm.
We had anywhere between 12 to 24 inches of water surrounding and inundating most of our barns over there that had chickens in them.
Nearly 6,000 of them died.
Such a sad thing to wade through there just to get the live ones out. Almost everybody eats chicken, you know, from very little young people to older people. So it's, you know, it's important that we remember that there's more than just electronics, you know, that people have to do this for a living. And when we take a hit like this, it takes a while to get over it, for sure.
It's going to be a long road ahead for Karen and her birds, even after the wet, windy weather ends its reign over our region.
They go through this trauma and the wetness in the barns. There's the blistering of the bottom of the feet and the blistering of the breasts when they're processed that make them unsellable.
But Karen, a longtime farmer, says uncertainty and life cycles are all part of the job.
If Mother Nature was here with you inside the barn, what would you say to her today?
I don't think I can say that on camera. Just give us a break. You know, your moderation would be better than one extreme to the other.
And that cycle of life continues right now. They're focusing on repairing one specific barn so that thousands of more baby chicks can be delivered here tomorrow. In Acampo, Brittany Hope, KCRA 3 News.
And Karen tells KCRA 3 it's going to be a long time for her farm to fully recover. At this point, she's hoping that everything will be back to normal by this summer.
Well, as the rain keeps falling, Solano County is warning communities in 3 areas to just be ready to go in case of an evacuation. KCRA 3's Maricela de la Cruz visited the areas where flooding is still a concern.
17 days of consecutive rainfall in Northern California.
We want Lake Curry taken care of, so this doesn't happen.
Has residents like Kathy and Renee concerned about the future of their homes.
I'm really worried that the Lake Curry is going to reach its full capacity and start spilling over.
7 years after moving in, Renee Craig says that this is the first time she receives an evacuation warning from Solano County officials.
Hey, this is just a warning. However, if you do feel threatened or if your life or property are in danger, then go ahead and leave.
The precautionary warning was sent in case Lake Curry overflows into the Suisun Creek, increasing the potential for flooding onto the road. News that Renee says have given her a lot of anxiety.
Very eventful. We have been nonstop flood preparing, moving stuff, a lot of sleepless nights, checking the weather, checking the report, checking Lake Curry.
The 3 areas advised to evacuate are Thomason Lane and the Verdant at Green Valley and Vines on 80 apartment complexes. Fairfield officials say that they're working around the clock to avoid localized flooding.
This is winter. There's a lot of debris on the ground, leaves that are possibly draining or clogging drain ditches. So I know our Public Works Department is out there trying to make sure that the debris is cleared.
Lake Curry usually spills into Suisun Creek, which is right at that tree line. But if the creek overflows onto the road, it could potentially cause some localized flooding in the area, impacting residents who live in those apartments. Of course, officials are monitoring the water levels at the lake to determine the evacuation status. In Fairfield, Maricela de la Cruz, KCRA 3 News.
There is now less water being released out of Folsom Dam. While the flows on the American River are still fairly high, they are low enough to reopen the footbridge connecting Fair Oaks and Rancho Cordova. And you can see how those crews really have to work together to lift those steel railings. The water was just inches away from the bridge deck a few days ago, and it's now dropped a few feet. Well, the Sacramento Zoo has been reeling after the series of storms.
Yeah, that zoo's closed until further notice, but the staff is still there on site to keep some of the aftermath, or clean it up, I should say. And we're talking specifically falling trees. KCRA 3's Josie Hart joins us out there right now to tell us about some of the challenges they have there at the zoo. Josie.
Well, there's still a lot of trees coming down in the area. And right now, the staff at the zoo is going around the clock, making sure that everything on the inside is safe from these falling trees, but it's also what's falling around the outside that's causing some concern. Dozens of crew members work at Land Park to clear out more than 80 fallen trees. It's a tough job for the workers who are still seeing dangerous movement even as they try to clean up. The park is closed because of the potential dangers, but it's also bringing some concern for the Sacramento Zoo just steps away. Zoo Director Jason Jacobs tells us one of his concerns is for park and zoo visitors who park nearby.
We're still looking at trees that are presenting some problems. We found a eucalyptus in an off public area that looks like it's going to come down over a service building. We need to take it down before it causes trouble.
Their staff members have been hard at work cleaning up downed trees from the aftermath of this week's storms. Inside, at least a dozen trees have toppled down over the last 2 weeks. A 170,000-pound portion of just one collapsed tree was hauled off a day earlier.
We had to take that down. It was leaning precariously over a building which houses the off-habitat homes for our meerkats, river otters, and lemurs.
Staff say some trees and branches have already fallen through some animal habitats, but fortunately none were hurt. Just walking around the zoo right now, you won't really see a lot of animals lingering outside in their habitats, but that's because the staff have moved them to safer areas like their on-site vet hospital. They do have some housing behind the scenes, and like our giraffe friend here inside the barn, where they are kept safe, warm, and out of harm's way. The financial impact is another concern.
We know that anytime we have a major wind or weather event here, we expect some damage, but this was beyond comprehension.
Staff say they'll just have to ride out this week's oncoming rainfall and hope no further damages will keep them from opening again soon. The staff are still bracing for this weekend's weather, but for now they say that making sure their animals and the people are safe is their top priority. Reporting live in Sacramento, Josie Hart, KCRA 3 News.
Josie, thanks. And the Mickey Grove Zoo in San Joaquin County will stay closed through Sunday. The staff there says that they've had to deal with no power and no water there, but they say that the keepers have been working hard to make sure that the animals are safe and comfortable.
The Stanislaus County Animal Shelter is asking for help tonight. The recent storm has led to a surge in dogs arriving at the shelter, and at the same time, adoptions have slowed. The shelter now has 237 dogs in a facility designed for no more than 180. Other shelters, some as far away as Idaho, have been taking in some of those dogs to help out. And the shelter also really needs more large dog crates. If you can help, contact the Stanislaus Animal Services Agency.